Hello, how we doing? Just doing a few checks. Now, I haven't got my sound engineer with me, so let me know how I sound. He's indisposed at the moment, and no, I haven't buried him under the patio before the rumours start, but he can't come and help. So I'm relying on you guys to tell me how the audio is. 16 watching, 17, sounds okay? Am I a bit loud or a bit quiet? Let me know. So what we're going to do, okay, my mind has been a bit blown, right? Thank you. Hi, Steve. Hi, Tamsin. Hi, Sing Blue Silver. Hi, Saskia. Hi, Ellen. Who else is here? It's gone off. I can't see who's here now. It won't tell me. But welcome in, everybody, one and all. Thank you very much, Ellen, my lovely. Hi, Claire Bear. How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you, Ellen, the lovely Ellen. Let's just get into the live chat now. I'm gonna be honest, guys. My mind's a little bit blown. Hi, Sowan, by all this. I started off doing a little bit of research into this and that. The thing is, I don't go very deep into things on this channel. I have another channel called The Curious Bunny, and that is where I go deep diving into things. I think some of this that I'm coming across now is for The Curious Bunny. So what I'm going to do tonight is very mind-blowing, Stephen. Hi, Gina. What I'm going to... Come on then, sweetheart. Come on, good boy. George is coming to lie with me. Good boy. Okay. Oh, tight. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring a short amount of my... Hi, Richard. A short amount of research to you tonight. And then we're going to go over to number 4 tomorrow night. Now... This is dark stuff, okay? It's way too dark for this channel. Every time I think, right, I've pretty much covered everything on this, this part. So tonight I wanted to talk about the temple. That's what, I don't know what else to call it. Nobody exactly knows what it is, so we're gonna watch a couple of more drone videos, and then we're gonna flick through a video of 2 YouTubers that went there a couple of weeks or a couple of months after Epstein allegedly killed himself. Okay, which we know he didn't. So we're going to see what they say, and they get right up to the door. It's an awesome video. I've not watched it for years. So then part 4, we're going to be getting to the autopsy and so on. And then part 5 and 6 is going to be all the current stuff. I'm glad I did it over here because it's all leading up to the Mandelson stuff, which is politics. So that is why I've done it on this channel. And also The Curious Bunny is monetized. I'm not monetized here. I haven't got full monetization. We've got memberships, but that's it. So that YouTube don't like too much of this. So let's just see how we get on. I might not be able to go as deep as I want to. I might have to go onto X or another platform. But we'll see. YouTube have been chilling out a little bit lately. So first of all, we're going to watch some more drone because I want to show you this really bizarre sundial. So tonight we're going to learn about what the temple is, what I believe it is, what I believe it's in relation to, and it gets dark, and then a couple of little snippets from the current drop, the newest drop in the Epstein files. And then we're going to leave it there, and then we're going to continue on tomorrow with the autopsy. Yes, I agree. But the thing is, we have to start somewhere. So I decided to start at the beginning because that's where everything is, isn't it? The beginning. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a little bit more drone footage up, and I'm going to show you this sundial before we get into the temple. George is washing, so if you can hear some weird noises, it's George, not me, going. Okay, so you should be able to see this now whilst I'm talking. Okay, so this is like the 3rd or 4th to last video by Rusty Shackelford of Little St James Island, and this was recorded when Epstein was in New York jail cell but not yet dead. Now, apart from the temple, which you can see here is at the highest point, the dome blew off in a hurricane in 2017, I think it was, in Hurricane Maria. Even the natural world is against him. But anyway, the two weirdest things on this one is the temple and the sundial. Also, in a couple of other videos from this drone, we also see entrances to what look like tunnels and lots of wires that to me implicate there are tunnels underground on this island. I genuinely do believe there are. Eyewitnesses have also said there are underground tunnels, and why would you need all the wires? But for now, we're going to be looking at this sundial, and I believe this was some sort of ritualistic thing because it's got 13 notches. We'll see it in a moment. It was just coming up to it now. I'm just going to put this full screen so you can have a look at this. Hold on. Hi, Carlos. If you come in and I miss you, then apologies. Okay, so just let me know. First of all, can you hear me okay? That's the first thing. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And I'm just going to... George, you're so loud. Can you hear him? You're so funny, George. Yes, you are. George's already been for his walk today, so he'll go for another one in a bit, but he shouldn't harass me too much. We'll see. Famous last words, pen. Right. Okay. Right, let me just get something up for you and then we'll continue. So this sundial has been linked to Freemasonry, and I'll show you what I mean in a moment. We're going to keep watching this video now. Interesting. Right, okay. So as you can see, this sundial has 13 little steps around it. All right, it's a really bizarre thing. Now, these stones here, again, in a perfect circle. Now, in my mind, this isn't just a decoration, okay? Let me just look, people say in the live chat, how many of you knew about this weird sundial? Because not many people talk about it. They all seem to talk about the temple. There's a lot more to this island than meets the eye. Each of the little seats are different colours, and if you look at it, I'm just going to rewind a little bit. Like, why on earth, right, would you need seats around? Why is it in a perfect circle? I think this is quite bizarre. I really do. There is definitely underground stuff. Yes, Inspector George is just having a wash. So this has always disturbed me, this thing. The road goes up to the temple, and you've got roads coming either way, and I don't know, like, it just screams some sort of... Now we know what went on there. It screams of... Hi, Amethyst. It screams of something very sinister. And you can just imagine them sat here watching with their 13 seats. And let's not forget, 13 is unlucky for some, as they say, but it's actually a lucky number to them. But they don't want us to know that. They want us to think that 13 is unlucky, when actually it's lucky. So they have 13, like there used to be 13 months. There's not anymore, but there used to be. But we can talk about that another time. So let's leave this on for a moment again and have a look at this weird. Now, the sun is representative of a sun god. Let's not forget, these people worship multiple gods. They don't just worship a god. They're not monotheism. Can't say that word very well. But they worship sun gods. Now, let me just show you this. What I believe. I'm going to pause this here. just quickly. I just want to quickly show you something. Hello, we've got 30 people watching. Please hit the like if you don't mind, it does help, and the dislike if you don't like the content. Again, it lets me know what people like and what people don't like. I just want to quickly show you this before we move on. Now, this here, this photograph is of the Masonic man. Now, this, I believe that this is what is on Epstein's island. This was from 6 years ago, this image. There's so much stuff that I've still got. Now, that face there does remind me of that sundial. I don't know about you guys. So I don't want to get too deep on this channel because it's not for that, but you've got, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know if there's more than 13 on there though, I think. But this is what I've always thought, that it reminds me of this Masonic man. Now, I haven't done much digging into this weird sundial man, but it's something to note for future, I think. Maybe a deep dive over on the Curious Bunny. So we're going to continue with the drone whilst I'm talking, so you've got something to look at while I'm talking. Right, here we go. Okay, so this is drone footage from the July. Hello Jimmy, how you doing my friend? We're just looking at some old drone footage from Epstein Pedo Island. Okay, so while we're watching that, hi Jenna love, I'm just going to get into some more information for you. And then we're shortly going to get onto the temple. Now the temple, which you can see in the background there, what's this as well? Now I was told that this was meant to be a swimming pool. Okay, apparently he was in the process of building a swimming pool. Now, what are these? Like, let's just take a rewind, all right? What are these, like crop circles? Where's Alan Edge? He loves his crop circles. They're obviously not crops, but just take a look at this, folks. This is not coincidence. This is not a natural phenomenon. Look at all these markings in the floor. This was going to be his swimming pool that he never got to finish building. Look. Now, there's blatant, weird symbols and stuff in the ground there. And you see that? Now this is probably some meaning towards the gods or something. I don't quite know what the hell's going on here. But many say that it was going to be a swimming pool, but maybe it wasn't. Who knows? This is honestly, this island, so many people don't realise the significance of what is on this island. The temple is the creepiest thing, but there is other stuff on here that gets brushed over. I just want to say as well, for those commentators saying there's nothing to see in the Epstein files, there's hardly anything in there, it's not worth looking. They're not telling you the truth. There are very dark stuff in there, but no one's got the time to go through 3 million, and that's just the latest. There's apparently more. So I'm gonna go digging. I have already been digging. I'm gonna keep digging because there are things in there that there is stuff in there that you don't think. So if anybody wants to go searching, I'll put the link to the files in the description, and you can actually use the search bar. It's working again now. It crashed the other day, and you can actually go searching. But there's so much stuff in there, honest to God. Bill Gates, Mandelson, Trump. I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet. So all of my new stuff from the new drop will be coming in this series. We're just covering the past so that when I do get to the files, people will know what I'm talking about, because so many people are new to the Epstein thing. So let's continue with this. So the Masonic man, which it looks like, what is this, guys? What the hell? what were they doing? Like, that's next to the sundial and just off the cliff. We are going to get to temple in a moment. What's this here, look? Now, this to me, I'm not sure. You see, I thought maybe it's where they stored the jet skis, but no, it can't be because the steps there. So what is this? I think these are all entrances to these tunnels underground. Interesting stuff. But yeah, the temple stuff, I've got some quite interesting information for you, including something from the current file drop. Here we go. So yeah, the domes blew off. Then there's this as well here. This ground. Maybe this is where the swimming pool was supposed to be. I know there was supposed to be a swimming pool built, and nobody knows whether it's here or the other thing. But it could be either, really, I suppose. Be better to be here next to the house. But this temple wasn't where they lived. And do you know what's really weird about this temple as well? That brown door isn't even a real door. We'll see this soon, but it actually wasn't a real door. It was painted on. But some YouTubers went there, and hopefully we're going to use their video, and I can you know, have to pause it and stuff, but hopefully they won't mind. Again, you've got your seats around this, whatever it is. Oh, there's an E for where Epstein sat. He's got his own E on his seat. Now, this temple is so weird. How do you get into it? Because the wooden door on the front isn't a real door, but we didn't know this at this point. Now, eyewitnesses have stated that there's a staircase that goes underneath this thing, which would make sense because it is on a hill. So it was in a state of disrepair when the drone was filmed. Again, Epstein, for those of you that have just come in, Epstein was alive at this point, but in jail. That was funny, wasn't it, when the FBI were there on the last one? George is playing up now because he wants my attention. In a complete state of disrepair. But do you know what else is really bizarre? That there was mattresses up the walls. Really, really weird. So, next one. Now this one I'm going to show you. Just whilst I'm talking, you get to see some of the workers and what they were up to. Can you hear George? He's digging at I don't know what he's doing. Now what's all this? It's like there's so much stuff going on. There's machinery. What were they building? And this building here with all these doors. What? George! I don't know why I bother trying to do a podcast or a live stream. So there's no workers here at the moment, but there will be some soon. I don't know if it's picking it up, but George is being really, really loud at the moment. And it is so bloody annoying, honestly. I love you to bits, George, but you know. So we're going to get on to the temple in a moment. And the things that I found out relating to the temple are just absolutely insane. Just bear with me a moment. I'm just going to mute you a sec. You can't hear him. Okay, well he's making a right racket here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this a moment, and we're going to go back to it in a moment because I want to show you a couple of images, and I'm going to show you something else in a minute. bear with me. This is really creepy stuff. Doing it again now. It's doing it again. Every time I talk. Right, okay, so I'm going to get up to you right now. We're going to look at the Epstein temple. Okay, so you've looked at the sundial. It's creepy as. Now I want you to look at this. Okay, now this here was an owl. Now it was apparently attached here, and apparently it came off when this gold dome came off. Where it is now, we don't know. All right, but I just want you just to keep a look at that there. Okay, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that are very, very important. Just getting it up now. Gosh, honestly, there's so much in this, you know. There's so much. It's just mind-blowing. I'm going to get that up. This is really, really creepy. So, just bear with me. I'm going to show you this in a moment, the bank statement. I don't know if you guys have been following any of the current drops, but there was a bank statement recently dropped, and it's really weird. Really, really, really weird. Right, let's just get this up now. So this building that you're looking at, okay, this looks just like another building. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to close that off, okay? And I want to show you something else. It's really, really creepy. It looks just like... Where are we? Yeah, the gold dome blew off. The sundial's really creepy. It does look mosque type, and this is where we need to go onto my other channel, because it goes too deep, way too deep for me to even begin on here. It's the sort of thing that it's just not something I can cover on here. Hi, is that Yvonne? Hi, Yvonne, my lovely. Sorry, I'm just grabbing something up for you. Gosh, there's so much. This is what I mean. My mind is just blown. It goes deeper than you think. So I think if you're not subbed to Penny, the Curious Bunny, get subbed up, because I'm going to be doing a deeper dive over there, separate to this. I'm going to still be doing this, but I'm going to be going deeper over there. Okay, so I want to show you, get ready for this, and then you tell me what you see and what you think. Now, does that building there look familiar? Let me know. Does it look familiar? I'll make it bigger. Does that remind you of anything? Does it remind you of the temple on Epstein Island? Doesn't it just? So this is called the Yaman Yalbuga, okay? And it's in Syria, what is today known as Syria, all right? Now this building this is what many believe Epstein based his temple on. Okay, I think so, Amethyst. All right, now I can't say for definite, but it does look like it, doesn't it? Now this is what I've been doing. I've been researching a lot this evening. That's why I was running behind. There's still so much to do. Now this building here, it's either inspired by it or he wanted, you know, this is definitely inspired, I would say. Oh, thank you very much, Carlos. Guys, I am still going to be doing this series, but there's going to be deeper stuff, and I mean deeper stuff over on that channel as well, because it's going into religion, it's going into ancient religion, it's going into some really dark stuff, okay? And it's going to go into there's basically, there was a tribe called hang on, I think it was the Melmuk. Now, they based this building in Syria on the Melmuk. Now, I'm going to touch a tiny bit on what that is tonight, and then we're going to go over to the other channel. Not tonight, but soon. Now, this was basically a Turkish bath type thing. Now, does anybody know? Okay, has anybody seen the Isaac Kappy video? Again, I'm going too deep now down rabbit holes. It's for the other channel. I've managed to get it, because I had it from years ago and I found it again, the original Isaac Kappy video. Now, Isaac Kappy was a film star. He was in Thor, he was in the Breaking Bad. He wasn't a massive Hollywood actor, but he was in bit part in quite a few things. And he was, apparently he forced himself off a bridge, off Route 66, just by a diner, and it's all very bizarre what happened. Anyway, he posted a video the night before his so-called suicide of young children in a Turkish bath. Very, very weird, and it looks just like this temple and the temple that was on Eggstein Island before the roof blew off. All right, yeah, there will be Kappy stuff. I've got lots of Kappy stuff. Hi, lovely jubbly. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. Why isn't it showing me? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Hi, Bridget Blaine, love. Yeah, we're going a bit deep tonight, darling, and it gets a bit darker. So the people that they based the entire what we believe the temple was based on was the MAMLUK. Now, guess what they were into? Slaves. They used white slaves. The men, they took them as children. Is this all a coincidence? Now we know what we know. Surely this can't all be a coincidence, can it? So now we know what we know. This tribe that the Haman Yagbulga is based on, and Epstein based his temple on theirs, they took children. They took children as boy children. They then turned them into fighters. They actually turned them into soldiers. They took white children and took them into soldiers, and they eventually became part of the Ottoman Empire. But again, it's all not for this channel. Now, they took women, young girls, and they wouldn't become soldiers. They would become servants and slaves to men. Now we know this, what we know now about what Epstein was doing on that island and the temple. All of these links make sense. They all make sense. Hopefully you can all understand this. Now, when I go over to the Curious Bunny, I'm going to go deeper down this rabbit hole, because there's another statue over on the island, and it looks just like the demon. And that demon, he's also been known as Baal, Baal. Now some people say he's the Baphomet. Some people say he's the, Lucifer, which I don't personally believe he is. Is a type of demon, basically. Now, this might be nothing, or it might be something. We don't know. But Baal has appeared on in the Epstein files. And again, it could just be a misspell. All right, we don't know. It could have very easily been a misspell, but it's appeared on a bank statement in the Epstein files. Now, this bowl, again, apparently this is what the so-called elites worship, is this bowl. So is this just a coincidence? We don't know. Let me just grab this up for you. Now, if you're looking at my thumbnail, bowl is on my thumbnail. That's the demon. Okay, so many of them worship this thing. It all goes back to worship, child sacrifice, and all this horrible stuff that we don't want to hear about, that I don't want to talk about. That is very, very, very distressing. Like, this is what I mean. This channel is supposed to be for politics, but as soon as you know, Mandelson and Epstein all got involved with each other, then you can't help it, but you're going to end up touching this subject. Okay, I've also, again, don't be fooled by the people that are saying there is nothing to see in the actual report, in the files. Elon Musk has been caught out lying in there as well, but again, that'll be a later one. And he did want to go to the island, and I believe he did go to the island, just from what I've been seeing. So this bowl appeared on this bank statement. I'm just trying to find it now. Here it is. Now this could just be a total coincidence. Let me just grab this up for you to show you. So on my thumbnail you will see the demon or god bowl. Okay. Oh great, owl snoring. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh god. He's fell asleep. He's not very well, to be fair. And now he's snoring his head off. Okay, so Baal is this demonic god. Now this bank statement was found from 27th of July 2009. Hello Yvonne, can everything that happened there has a spiritual dimension? I agree, I really agree. Now, where are all the arrests? Yeah, it is a satanic religion. Is Terry Knowles banned again here? I'll get into the chat in a moment, okay? But if you look here, please wire, this is from Epstein to someone called William Doherty at JP Morgan. Please wire $11,438 and 10p from the above account. Now, the bank is this Wachovia bank. But look, Baal. Now, is this a case of the name of the bank account was Baal? Is it an error? Is it a typing error? Nobody knows. But this has turned up in the files. Now, when I go deeper into this on the Curious Bunny, you will see that that temple that relates to that religion and the other statues on the island look just like, guess what, Baal. Okay, it is an ancient religion. So this is apparently what they believe, and what we'll do, when we go deeper into it, I'll explain to you why they do this sort of stuff, and they believe in their mind. Now, whether it's true or not, whether these things happen or not, these elites believe it. They believe if they do these things, like they hurt children or whatever they do, sick stuff, they genuinely believe that they're going to get rich from it, that they're going to get things from it. And still to this day, no one can say I can't say that definitively where Epstein's money came from. Did it come because he was doing all this shit? We don't know. Yeah, this just goes on so far. This honestly, this goes so deep. Let me just see if I can get that a bit bigger for you to see. See if I can zoom it in a bit more. Okay, and that's the most it will go. There you go. Look, see, BAAL. That could be a typo. Okay, It could be. It could also be the name of the bank account. But then you've got One Clear Lake Center. Reference the Florida Science Foundation. What is the Florida Science Foundation? Nobody knows. This is what I'm saying. Well, literally, it's so dark, this stuff. Now, another thing I wanted to show you, and this just quickly, and this relates to Keir Starmer. Now, what did he say the other day? That he stood up in Parliament and he lied. He said that he did not know about Peter Mandelson, his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. He thought they weren't friends anymore. Well, look at this, folks. This has appeared in the Epstein files. And I believe that this has been put in for a reason. Look at this. This is a newspaper article. Okay? And it's dated. Look. Owl snoring. It's putting me off. 21st of June 2023. Now, this has been included in the actual files. I found this screenshot today. So it was reported nearly 3 years ago that links between Peter Mandelson and Jeffrey Epstein detailed in JP Morgan report. Emails indicate that the then UK business secretary, this was before Labour got into power, this article came out, before he was named as the ambassador, stayed at his New York house while disgraced financier was in prison. So for Keir Starmer to say that he never knew that these two had a relationship, let's not forget Epstein was convicted in 2008 for trafficking minors. This was pictured. This picture was taken in 2007, but the link was posted in 2023. So for Starmer, I didn't know the extent of Epstein's contact with former UK Cabinet Minister Lord Peter Mandelson is laid bare in a newly released report that describes repeated meetings between the disgraced financier and the politician as he knew PT. Okay, so for Keir Starmer to say, I didn't know. Yes, you did, you liar. And there's your proof. So I find it quite funny that that's been included in the Epstein files. I was like, what? Like, when I was searching them again today and I came across that, I was like, why is that in there? But clearly that's why. That's why it's in there. Right, what have I just pressed now? Right, okay. Right, I'm back in the live chat now. What are people saying? It's all really interesting, isn't it? And it's just lie after lie after lie after lie. But I do think that that temple has definitely got links to Baal. Let me just have a quick look at something. It all goes back to it. And why on earth would he base his temple on that one? It doesn't make any sense, does it? So we've seen it named in the file. So let's have a quick look at Baal and who he is. Now, a couple of the statues on the island actually look just like him. But the word Baal means lord or owner, a prominent ancient Semitic title and deity primarily worshipped in Canaan and Phoenicia as the god of fertility, storms, rain and agriculture. Often associated with the god Hadad, Baal was a central figure in Canaanite mythology, depicted as a powerful warrior who battles forces of death and chaos. Ironically, the Golden Dome got blown down by a storm, which I think is pretty much ironic. Now, why did Baal turn up on the bank statement from 2009, I think it was? Nobody knows. Is it just a typo or what? So I think what we'll do, when I do the Curious Bunny one, I think I will do a deep dive into this deity or whatever he is. Some people say it could be Lucifer, who knows. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at a video. Let's get onto YouTube, of the YouTubers that actually went to Epstein Island. They broke in. I think they went twice, actually. I can't remember. So just bear with me a sec. I hope you all enjoyed it. Interesting stuff, isn't it? I did want to go a little bit deeper into it today, but it blew my mind. And I thought, this is too much for this channel. So, right, I'm just going to get this video up here. So I'm using it under fair use, and I'm gonna have to be pausing it, obviously, because it's not my content. But I watched this video. Hang on. At the time, and it blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. Right, okay. Here we go. So this YouTuber is from a channel called We Are Change. Some of you may have watched this at the time. Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is a video, We Are Change. Thank you, Saskia. It's a lot to get my head around. Our ignorance. I'm just going to read some of these comments here, because there's some really good comments. Oh, it's gone off the screen, won't let me. But Yvonne Khan says, our ignorance or disbelief will not cause the spiritual world to cease functioning. Lack of knowledge deprives us and kills us. I totally agree. Hi, Lance. I agree, and that is why people say to me, oh, why are you doing this? Well, if we don't talk about it, then it stays in the dark. Do you know what I mean? But I do think that we need to be on a different channel for the rest of this. So next time we're going to be talking about, after we've watched this video, we're going to be talking about the autopsy, and then we're going to get into the current files. So I'm really busy going through it all. The Trump's in there, Elon Musk's in there. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot. So I'm going to be exposing it all on here. Obviously, at the meantime, we've got Morgan McSweeney's gone. We know that he's the architect of the entire New Labour movement under Keir Starmer. Morgan McSweeney, who was his sort of like right-hand man, is basically Starmer's puppet master. Everything he says and does is because of him. And Morgan McSweeney was a protege of Lord Mandelson, or the Prince of Darkness, as he likes to be called. And this is why this Labour government, they're finished. They are done. It's all done. I cannot find any evidence of Trump being on the island. As far as I'm aware, he was invited but never went. And I will tell you now, and it will be coming out on one of these, that Elon Musk said that he was asked to go, but he refused and never went. I found proof, and not just one, but several emails of Elon Musk with Bill Gates begging to go to the island. So I've always said Elon Musk's dodgy, haven't I? Always. I appreciate that, hun. I don't know if you're a hun or a dude, but appreciate that. It's deep, isn't it? And because it's my politics channel, I really don't want to go too far on here, you know. But I will be covering Keir Starmer's demise. I do believe that we are going to get a general election sooner than we're told. I always have done. Right, well, look, Elon, I like what he's doing with Twitter. Hang on a sec, my laptop's falling over. I like what he's doing with Twitter, okay? But I've always said he's not one. I had to ban him, Saskia. I banned him. He was, I think it was somebody else that banned him. But he was getting really, like, constantly coming into all my streams all the time. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you late? Why have you moved it? And then he was getting mad when anyone had the crown on. Where's my crown gone? And he was really irritating people, to be honest. And I had a few people complain. One lady wouldn't come back because he had a go at her. So he got banned in the end. Someone else banned him, but they asked me and I says, yeah, go ahead. No, he's gone. That's probably him here. This is probably him. It probably is. He's not going to go, is he? Yeah, it was a few months ago now. Yeah. I had Belinda emailing me during a live stream. He'd upset her that much. She was in tears. So, yeah, it was just getting a bit much, you know, demanding and I said, look, you know, this is a hobby. I'm not here at your beck and call. Even the members don't do that. Anyway, we're going to watch some of this content and yeah, it got a bit much. I'm linking this. This was filmed October 2019. So let's just get this now. It was funny, but then it got too much. Bridget, it wasn't funny anymore because I was having people contacting me saying he was, yeah, and he was like, every single time I went live, if I was a minute late, he'd be in the chat saying, where is she? And it's like, I got to the point where I didn't want to go live anymore. It was stressing me out. Literally stressing me out to the point where I was like, do you know what? Fuck you, I'm not going to go live now. You're going to be a twat. So, that was ages ago though. That was months ago. Okay, so this is October 2019. So Eggstein's been dead a couple of months in very mysterious circumstances. Yeah, very rude, Saskia. I remember that. You remember it as well, Amethyst? I hope Belinda comes back. Belinda, if you're watching, please come back, love. He's gone now, sweetheart. Right, so October.
Well, hello from Jeffrey Epstein's island. Walking around the whole island, there's like no one here. Very interesting place. The swimming pool looks like it's in good shape. It's oddly quiet here. What? Shit.
That was, they're going to show you what happened now.
Hurry up, you guys. Get your asses on there. Epstein Island. Jeff and Luke.
Holy shit.
The hell is that? Is it like tusks or something? Really weird. Yeah, guys, the link is there, okay? If you want to watch it, I'll put it in the description as well. Go and watch it, guys, if you want after. So yeah, they're on this island. This is a great channel. They're still going now.
Crap, I can't believe they're here. Oh, crap.
This is a Gradowski of WeAreChange.org here with Jeff Berwick, the dollar vigilante, off yet another crazy, insane adventure, this time to Jeffrey Epstein's private island, Little St. James. And there's a lot of things we're going to have to get into in this video, but I don't even know where to begin. I mean, just even being here, it was difficult finding a boat operator. Jeff, just start it off from here.
Well, we were in the area and we thought, you know, no one's ever gone on this island. No one, no real media,
Agree.
no anyone really that I know of has ever gone on. We only get the information from the government and the mainstream media, and those are the two things you can never trust with information. So we're like, well, I guess we have.
Oh my God, it's peeing it down. Let's pause it then and see what that noise was. Oh, wow. Oh, great. Right, okay. So, again, the link is in there. So we're going to keep watching. I've just got to stop it because obviously we're using their content under fair use. But I watched this a lot. Well, I watched this when it came out, when it got premiered originally. I can't believe it's been 6 years. It's bonkers. It's all right, George. It's raining. Good job you've had your poo-poo, isn't it, dude?
have to go
You
and
want to
check
go
this
out a
out
bit
to see if it's
later,
even
but
real. For all we know, there might not be
have to go out in
anything
the
there.
rain.
Like it's always lies what they tell us. And for all we know, there could still be some activity going on there. Maybe Bill Clinton's there. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein's there. No one's looking into this. So we took it upon ourselves to, well, let's do it. But it wasn't easy. Most captains said they wouldn't take us to the island. There's all kinds of, you're in different countries on different
Hi,
islands, so we had to
Nikki.
work our way around that, make sure we weren't doing too many illegal things all at once. And yeah, just rolling up to the island and actually seeing that temple, which is there, so we have verified that. This is a lot of verification of what is actually there, was pretty surreal.
Yeah, and it was also kind of a little daunting, a little scary kind of going in there because, you know, in some jurisdictions you could just get shot and killed for going on private property. And this is, you know, someone that was extremely powerfully connected to presidents, prime ministers, royalty, and was able to evade
these
law
statues.
enforcement.
Now, these statues are really important as well. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that actually on my phone, because I think that I can actually do some checks on what these are. Now, that looks like some sort of pagan god there. There's something written on its head. What does that say? Is that Goy? Or Hoy? Interesting. Very interesting. How you all doing anyway? I hope you're all okay. We're going to continue watching this. So this number 3 has been all about the temple and the rituals and all the weird stuff with the sundial. I hope you found it really interesting. We'll be getting back away from this on the next one. But do please get subbed up to Curious Bunny, because I'm going to go deep down this rabbit hole of this bowl person. Yes, Medusa. That's it. Yes, Medusa. Really weird. And it's got like a hole there in its head. Strange.
One of the worst, most despicable acts in this world. This is a man that literally, when he was finally put to court, was given a slap on the wrist by someone who was previously working inside of Trump's administration that somehow was connected. Again, the interconnectedness of Jeffrey Epstein is just absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, we're talking about billionaires, leaders, bankers,
what the hell?
The most influential people who were on that island, and there was really no one else to verify it. All of I've really seen from independent media is a guy who is anonymous, or a girl who is anonymous that is flying drones over the island.
Rusty Shackelford.
And just documenting.
Just say big up Rusty Shackelford. That account has now been closed. I'm guessing that got closed down by people that didn't want that on there. But thank God that channel has uploaded it all. I really am going to have to download all that drone footage. Oh no.
What is there? So being in the area, I'm like, we have to see what's going on here, because there was other drone footage showing that there was stuff moved before the U.S. federal government came in.
Yeah.
And then, as we know,
I just want to say as well, because obviously I was watching this at the time, there was stuff moved because he got arrested, and there was like a week between him getting arrested and the drone and the FBI coming in. You know, like, why? Why were they allowed to move stuff before the FBI came in? I believe that a lot of them girls were probably still in them tunnels, or children. And let's not forget, the mainstream media and even a lot of the alternative media, they are really pushing this teenage girl thing. It was far more sinister. It is just the tip of the iceberg, and they're going to use Epstein, Prince Andrew, and Morgan McSweeney are going to be the complete fall guys and the patsies for this entire operation, and they're going to try and sweep it under the carpet. Because if the world knew what is really going on, not just here, but all these other places, I've said this to you many times before, we'd all end up in a mental institution, because Epstein was not the be-all and end-all. He was just a middleman. He was just a middle manager. He wasn't as high up as what people think. So let's continue.
The federal government,
I'll get your comments
the federal
up in a
authorities
minute,
can't
guys.
be trusted here. For over a decade, they let Jeffrey Epstein go on and be totally free. He not
Yeah.
only had a private wing of his own jail cell, he was able
Yeah,
to...
he had a private wing with his own jail cell. In 2008, when he was convicted, he only got 18 months and he served 13. He should have gone down. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. He should have gone down for 15 years. And he got into an undisclosed amount, and his poor victims didn't even know about this until after. It is shocking. He was on the sex offenders register for life, and he was allowed to go ahead and continue doing all this. Now, I've been finding more and more videos of these that have been released. So I'm going to be uploading them, but I'll be premiering them as well so we can chat while we're watching them. There's quite a few actually, but I can't find these 20,000. I'm looking, I'm trying my best.
Leave during the day. He was supposed to check in with parole officers that he never did check in. But even the journey here of trying to find a boat, we were able to find out some other information about how this wasn't even that big of secret on this island at all.
Yeah, talking to the locals, people have lived here for 20 years. They're like, oh, everyone knew. You just see the 12, 13-year-old girls waiting on the dock. They'd come get picked up, go to Epstein Island. So it's incredibly out in the open. And, you know, people like Bill Clinton came here, like 50 times? A huge amount of times. Like, it's just like when we go to Bilderberg, right? The mainstream media doesn't cover any of that stuff. They don't cover, because we knew about this. I know we were talking about this for years about Epstein Island. We were talking about it before everyone heard about it in the mainstream news. And we're talking about how Bill Clinton's going there, and Prince Andrew's going there, and no one, it's really, it was just like so out in the open. They were so brazen that they're like, well, no one can arrest us. We're involved with all the people who would arrest us. So rolling up to the island was pretty surreal, and we did not know what to expect. We had because no one had ever done this before. So we didn't know if there was going to be 100 DE agents, FBI agents, all armed. We didn't know if there was anyone on the island. So we had all these plans. I don't know if you want to mention some of the plans. It was a stupid plan.
The whole thing is pretty ridiculous what we were doing, but you had this idea because we were staying at some kind of resort. We're at Joby Weeks, and he's like an OCD kind of traveler. But we got these kind of wristbands here. It says Langley Resort. So like one of our plans, out of many plans, was literally just showing up there, and if someone stops, be like, oh yeah, we're here with Langley, you didn't get the memo? And then being like, hey, you got to talk to my supervisor, Jeff. Jeff, you would have, there was 4 other people. We had so many different plans. All of them fell through last minute. All of them didn't work out. I remember being so frustrated in the morning because I know how important this was. We were kind of bickering with each other, like, come on, we got to do this. And then what ended up happening is this random last minute, the captain who said he wasn't going to, he said he was like, yeah, I'm not getting my boat seized, I'm not getting in trouble. But last minute, we were just going around the island. I was like, let's go around the island. He pulled up to the dock. He was like, you got 5 seconds. You're going to do this? Do it now. And I was like, oh, literally, quickly grabbed my shoes.
And I'm like, grab my shoes, by the way. Yeah. I just have to say, Epstein Island is full of jagged little rocks, and I didn't bring my shoes, so I'm in bare feet trying to run.
Oh my God!
Near the end, we'll get to that part, but we went through the whole island with jagged rocks.
Yeah, jagged rocks everywhere. And anyone else notice the way that all the roads everywhere is paved with these like little rocks everywhere, like it's some sort of like pagan? The whole thing has got like a very pagan vibe to it, hasn't it? It's very ritualistic. It's just, the whole thing is like, I believe that the top of the island is just the tip of it. I do believe there's lots going on underneath, but it is just such bizarreness. Like that sundial has always screamed at me that there is rituals going ahead on that, and those little the little seats are for those to watch. It's just gross. I think they did go in the house. Let me know in the comments who's watched this video before out of interest.
It was like this sort of, we didn't know if we were going to do it, we didn't know, and it was just like, and all of a sudden the captain, he was really great. At last minute he goes, if you're going to do it, you got 5 seconds, and you just jumped, and you're like, Jeff, come, and I'm like, all right, let's go.
I remember in the back, I'm like, he's giving me 5 seconds. I quickly put on my shoes. I'm like, do I have my cameras? Okay, luckily I had my cameras in my pockets, and I'm like, Jeff, come, let's go. And you're like, Okay. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm not going to be on my own because I would be terrified on there on my own.
Look,
I'm
it's
like, okay,
beautiful,
thank
isn't
goodness
it?
I had Jeff with me, and
It would have
then
been creepy to be there on your own because you just
Look
don't
at
know
that.
what's there. We've heard
What
so
was
many
that
things, and
yellow
we're
then?
it's a
Was
quite
it
a
that yellow then?
big place
What
with
is
the
that?
mansion and the temple and all kinds of.
Sim
There's a
filming.
huge what do you call it, sundial?
George?
Very interesting. But it was kind of creepy because at first we didn't see anyone. It was like we even went into like offices and places, and nothing was locked. But it was like eerily weird because there was no one. But we later found out there was some people.
yeah. I mean, I got a phone call and I was running up to you. I mean, you were running like Forrest Gump. It was extremely impressive to see that run. But like when we got on there, you're like, okay, let's get the selfie stick. I'm like, dude, you don't understand what we're doing. Like, put down the selfie stick. Let's go. Let's get down low. Let's be quiet. And let's traverse this. And we traversed a large part of the island. We didn't get to see everything. We kind of stayed out of the fray. I was always looking, always paranoid. At first, we thought no one was there because there was no kind of signs there. But pulling up, I was always a little bit skeptical because the grass was kind of taken care of. We also looked at the pool and we're like, the pool's also taken care of, so there's people there. And it's important to understand here is that this independent anonymous drone operator who's afraid to release his identity.
Yeah, they're talking about Rusty Shackelford now. Like I say, with the stuff that we're watching, he did all this. This is 6 years old, this video, Yeah, did anyone else watched it? I'll look at the chat. I think one or two of you might have watched this before. Yeah, Nikki watched it years ago. Saskia hasn't. Carlos has. I think they do go in the house. I think. Men took the risk. Yeah. I'm going to copy. I was covering Isaac Cappy, Yvonne. I've got another channel, The Curious Bunny, like I said earlier. And I was covering him years ago and I kept getting strikes all the time. So I had to take it all down. But I do think that since Trump's got in, whether it's coincidence or not, I don't know. But YouTube have lightened up a lot. Like David Icke is back on YouTube. That's just insane. After getting removed, I'm seeing him next week. I get people going, "Have you seen David Icke?" No, I'm going next week. Next week, I'm going to see David Icke live, like a 3-hour show or 4-hour show or something. So I'm hoping to have a good chat with him. I will be doing some shorts from outside as well for the members only on the Curious Bunny. And if you want to join the membership here, so 99p a month, I'm going to be doing a members only live stream on here as well. So if you want to join, you can, and then you can come up on the panel and you can come and give me your opinions on the on all of this madness with Epstein.
The drones over there captured Epstein's island with particular items in there that were swept between the federal government coming in. And with the federal government and their investigations not trustworthy, this is why we went in there to try to take a look at everything. And I looked at everything. I looked at every
the
garbage
pool.
pallet. I went into the ambulance. I checked in
You get the ambulance.
to briefcases that were in the
Guys, there's an ambulance, a permanent ambulance on the island. It's absolutely bonkers. Oh, that's my other one, darling. You need Penny. Yeah, I can't wait, Saskia. And Unity Calling does keep asking him to come on the channel because he speaks to him because he lives on the Isle of Wight. It's the Curious Bunny we need. But yeah, many have took the risk. Do you know how many truthers, if you want to call them that, have disappeared or passed away in the last few years since this? There's quite a few. I want to put this on record right now. I am not looking to unalive myself, okay? If anything happens, guys, please don't let it go. Okay.
I made sure that there was no stone
Right, George,
unturned.
it's just a
I remember
normal
there was a lot of people
plastic.
talking about the possibility of tunnels there. Sadly,
George.
we were not there for a long time. We were there for about a half an hour, traversing a lot of the landscape that was.
What are we
The stuff
excited
we went
about?
into the office and studied, it's cleaned
What
out.
is
Like
it?
there's no evidence of anything.
George, it's
but
just
there's nothing
rain,
to do with the
dude.
temple. And I heard a lot of people saying from this drone footage that it's not even like, it's like not 3D. It's like a flat wall that they made painted. Looks like it's like goods, all this stuff. So we went up and we checked, and yeah, it's just a flat wall. The door is painted on.
Yeah.
And I have to say about the temple, he was a billionaire.
No one knew about this being painted on until they went on the island. It's really weird, Nikki. It's probably in case they go too far, in my opinion. and they need to do something and get the out. I don't know. It's so bizarre, but they're spot on between Rusty Shackelford filming and the FBI coming. Things were moved and changed. The FBI should not have allowed that to happen. They should have been straight in there. But once we start to talk about, in the next one, we'll be covering the egg stains, autopsy and his death and all the weird stuff as well. That'll be part 4. It'll be interesting. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Oh, thank you, Space Cat, my lovely, and thank you to Amethyst as well. I hope you're enjoying it. We're getting lots of background. Loads of people haven't seen this and they don't know that much about this mysterious character. So I think this is important.
Say was, he's probably still alive, but he is or was a billionaire.
Did you hear that?
The cheapest little...
He's probably still alive. Listen to this. Again, this was 2 months. Hang on, August, September. This was made 2 months after Eggstein's demise. Oh, really? Oh, thank you so much, Yvonne. I appreciate you being here, darling. If you've noticed people are blue, once you become a regular, I'll give you a wrench, and it just means you're blue in the channel, and it helps me be able to read the chat better on my phone as well. So if you come back in, and Claire Bear as well next time, I'll give you a make you blue. Yeah, but thank you for coming in. I really appreciate you. Yeah, he's not happy. Oh, he's gone off now. He's all right. I think he wanted a snack. Al was asleep. He's woke up now. He's not very well. So
this drone footage,
Space Cat's
it's
here
not
as well.
even
Hi,
like
Space
it's like not 3D. It's like a flat wall that they made
listen
painted.
to this,
Looks like
what
it's
he
like
just says.
Brazil
That is
stuff.
right,
So we
Chia.
went
Hi,
up and we
Rach.
checked, and yeah, it's just a flat wall. The door is painted on.
Listen.
And I have to say about the temple, you know, he was a billionaire. I say was, he's probably still alive, but he is or was a billionaire. That seemed like the cheapest little temple I've ever seen. Like, why would you just paint it? Like, I could have built that myself for about $5,000, I think. And the dome flew off, and there was no hole underneath the dome, which is what you would have if you had a true dome. So it almost looked like a Hollywood set.
Yeah.
Actually, that's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, and it's important to note that the dome flew off during a recent hurricane here. So the situation here has definitely been changing. The most interesting things that I personally found...
How bizarre. What? How bizarre that he's got all this money. Like I said, he's a billionaire. And all he can do is put this almost like a set. Thank you, Space Cat. Like literally, like it's a novelty temple. It feels as though... Hi again, Claire. I called you Claire Bear. Why am I calling you Claire Bear? Do you know what? I've got this thing about seeing someone's name and saying it wrong and then it sticks. So you might have to be known as that forever now. Just saying. To me, that temple was more about the symbol of it because it's what's underneath. That was just like, you know, to look like something. It was covering up what's under the floor. Definitely agree. That dome on the top, like you said, if that was a real dome, the ceiling wouldn't be there. It would go up to the dome. It's really, really bizarre. It's like a cover for something. And it's been based on what looks like what I showed you earlier, that Hammond, I can't say the full word now. And it goes into that religion that I was talking about earlier. It's all very dark, but we're only seeing the top bit. It's what's underneath that's the main. It's in that rain. Yeah. It's really bad, isn't it?
Were these like little satanic gargoyles with horns on their heads that were all over the property that were very creepy. I also found a chair that was completely made out of horns and looked like some kind of animal hide. That was very creepy and kind of very weird to look at. But other than that, we weren't really that successful because as we're going through our little mission, we're like, okay, the pool's taken care of. There's someone here. We got to be quieter. Luckily somehow I got service, and our good friend Joby Weeks called me. He was like, dude, there's a lot of people. There's people running all over. We just heard screaming. Are you okay? There's people going around in golf carts. Like, get out, get out, get out. And I'm like, oh, crap. This is not. So this is something that has a lot of serious implications. There's a reason that guy who flies the drone around the island is anonymous. There's a reason Epstein was able to evade any kind of justice for his horrible acts for decades and decades. There's a reason why this case is so significant, and yet the mainstream media just totally threw it out of the news cycle. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And we were there. We were also there at the helicopter pad, and it was even, reported previously before that Epstein would just get on his private jet, land at the St. Thomas airport, take a helicopter over so no one else would see him to do other things. There was air traffic control that actually came out and whistleblowed and said that he saw many small children going onto the helicopter, going onto the private jet. So, the severity of this case is still widely unknown. We still don't know so many significant parts of this story, and the story is just erased from the mainstream media. No, the story.
I don't get as well. There's so many people now, so many commentators now saying like this is just brand new revelation. No, we were covering this 6-7 years ago. And there's so many people now just going on about it. It's annoying. Oh, we've never seen the island before. Well, yes, you have. It was shown you by drone, and then by We Are Change, actually went onto the island. Apparently, this was sold, like I say, 2024. I would love Rusty Shackelford, if he's still alive, which he probably isn't anymore. They probably found out who he was, took him out, and removed the channel. To go and look at it now. What does it look like now? Is that building still there, or is it gone? The person who bought it, who only paid, was it 64 million for it, and it should have been a lot more. Half of that goes to the US Virgin Islands government, which is interesting. You remember that, Nikki, yeah? Right, okay, let's continue. You're right, Georgie.
Can't be erased. This story can't be ignored, and it can't be ignored only if we start paying attention to it and start sharing the fact that this is still an open case. This is still a case that has a lot of serious implications, where we have royalty like Prince Andrew in the United Kingdom that are still running about free to do whatever horrible acts that they want to do. And again, the implications here, the allegations here are so severe. And it's just insane. I mean, even talked to that guy yesterday. He was like, yeah, the whole island knew. Everyone knew what was going on here.
Yeah,
like,
they all knew, the workers
these really sinister acts happening. Like, holy cow.
And we should mention, too, that he told us, and we didn't get too into the specifics, but he said there's actually another island quite a lot like the Epstein Island. There's still things going on. So we're looking into that right now. There's a lot of interesting things happening with this whole situation.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we need independent media. This is why we need independent investigation. But it was a crazy adventure. I mean,
just want to add as well. In 2019, independent media was still very under the radar. Like now, everyone's doing it. But channels like this and what we used to do, and other channels like Jamie Deluxe as well, we were talking about things that was not being talked about on the news. It was all undercover. Your average person on the street had never heard of Epstein, had never heard of Isaac Cappy, never knew about all this underhand stuff. And, it is important that we're giving a voice, and this is what the Online Safety Bill worries me about so much, is they want to stop all of this. And it terrifies me, We're not allowed to just press the live button, grab a microphone and show you this stuff. And it is really concerning.
We can't just stop laughing at each other at how ridiculous we were, because again, I got the phone call from Joby, and I'm literally running through half the island because me and Jeff decided to separate just in case. Because as soon as we saw some of the upkeep, some of the people still there, we were like, okay, let's keep separating in case you get caught. I still have some footage. In case I get caught, I still have some footage. Let's make sure we don't get caught at all. But then after getting that phone call from Joby, like, run, get out of here right now. I was running behind you, and I'm like, dude, you're doing your little walk and talk videos, which are great, by the way. I love the walk and talk videos. I started doing them too. I was like, dude, get out of the open, hide into the bushes. But before I even got to say hide into the greenery, the bushes, you were off, man. You were not.
You see all this. You can almost imagine schools here, What's all this here? Like, it looks like mulch, like it's like, wow, I've not seen rain like this for a long time. It's like literally like the sort of rain that you see in America on TV, that ridiculous rain that bounces off the floor. It's just got that sort of look, like it's decomposing things. These look like skulls, don't they? It's just so bizarre.
trying to have it at all.
That is the fastest I think I've ever ran. And we've been to Bilderberg and Venezuela and Somalia, where we've been in situations. And Venezuela, we thought we had to run a few times. People were telling us to run. I ran from the airport. You can see in the footage. I was just doing my walk and talk. If you don't know Dollar Vigilante, check it out. I do walk and talks all the time. And I thought, why not? I got back to the beach and I was so happy because I was off the rocks, because that was an hour of torture for me. And I get down there. I'm like, okay, we're only about half a mile from the boat. I'm just going to do my walk and talk. So I just start, and you can see Luke coming up behind me. He's like, run, you idiot. And as soon as you said, I don't think I looked at the video. I'm like, holy cow, I'm pretty fast when I have to be.
Yeah. And then I just see them book it. I'm like, I start laughing a little bit. I'm like,
This
is pretty
guy's
crazy. I ran off to the bushes.
This gives me the creeps, this little outhouse here. Like, what is it? It's right by the edge as well, like they bring them in here first.
Then I saw also the kind of private massage area. If you know about the Jeffrey Epstein kind of scandal, he used to, usually bait a lot of his victims with, quote, massages, but he had a whole private massage room that was hidden behind a lot of greenery that I'd never seen before, that I also filmed. He also paid an estimated $20,000 for every palm tree over there to make the area more secluded so people couldn't on boats see exactly what was happening. And when I was running past that area, the massage area, it was extremely secluded. It was extremely private. The whole place was very, very weird as far as the vibe. But that also could have to do with our kind of adrenaline, with our kind of like, okay, what's going?
What is that? Is that an outdoor bathtub? And when we're watching the drone footage and there was that cow as well, apparently that cow, he would turn it. So it was looking over different parts of the island as well, like some sort of weird... It was in the file, some sort of weird, like, obsession with that cow. Really, really bizarre stuff.
Going on here, kind of last minute, spur of the moment excursion onto the island, which was supposed to be, first of all, just we were supposed to just go around the island by boat and then just kind of make an assessment there. And then our captain surprised us after having 20 different plans of being on an island. We were like, okay, let's just go. Let's just see what's going on here.
Leroy Jenkins is like, Leroy, jump. And then we're just like going for like an hour.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was just
We're stood
absolutely
outside the house,
insane.
aren't
Again,
they,
the
at the
Jeffrey
moment?
Epstein story is an incredibly important story to really understand what's happening behind the scenes. There's still a huge layer that we don't know. This is why we took the risk that we're doing. We're doing this risk
thank you,
because we
Claire
want this
Bear.
information out there to expose the bigger
Did you
lies
say I could
that the
call you
mainstream
that?
media is not covering. I mean, the mainstream media was
Thank
obsessing
you.
about Russian
Join the
collusion for 2
membership.
years that never exist. We were calling it out as a hoax. We were getting attacked because of it. And now Jeffrey Epstein,
You
the
like
most
it, Fab.
biggest important story that you could speculate so many different things. They have so many different witnesses, so many different victims coming forward. No, that's just
Thank
not
you.
important. Come on. That's absolutely ridiculous. Jeff, anything else you want to say about our little particular excursion?
I think that's about it.
Can you just release your video on one of your channels of you just running, and I could link in below, because that just full running scene. Can we just do that?
It was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have it in this video. I would just say, support independent media, risking our lives quite regularly. It's more Luke than me. I'm not really a journalist, so to speak, but Luke is, and he gets no support. There's no pharmaceutical companies going to sponsor his things, and he wouldn't let them anyway. So just support these sort of channels. At least hit the like button. At least hit the share. And actually, you might want to download this and maybe put it on other channels, because I'll be surprised if this stays up.
Yeah, I mean, we take these risks because of you, and I want to thank Jeff, who's on these crazy adventures. These adventures wouldn't be possible. Like, if I'm on that boat, if I'm on Jeffrey Epstein Island by myself, I would not be going as far, looking and trying to investigate everything I could be, because it's absolutely terrifying. So I want to thank Jeff Berwick, the Dollar Vigilante. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out Anarchapulco, a great way to meet other like-minded.
Like a little pond, like it's... Did you hear that? He allegedly paid $20,000 per tree to make it more sheltered. Oh, thank you, Claire Bear. That's your nickname, I'm sorry.
Evoking
I hope-
individuals
you seem to
who
like
want
it, don't
to
you?
promote liberty.
It is
who
a
want to
weird
promote
community.
freedom. And if you want
There's
to
the
find out
cow.
about that, just go to anarchapulco.com. A great event happening in February. A lot of surprise speakers that we can't even talk about right now, that you told me, and I'm like, whoa, this is definitely going to be worth coming out
Mad
to.
to think
Use
that
the
this
promo code
This video was before all of the madness of the pandemic as well. How madness that? Like, this was like the last, I would say 2019 was the last normal-ish year before everything went insane. I was 39 then. Depressing, isn't it? I'm old now.
The WRC to get 10 or 20% off your ticket. Still not sure the exact amount, but you'll get a discount just by using the promo code WRC. And I hope to see all of you amazing human beings in Acapulco, at Anarchapulco, with a more freedom, anarchy kind of mindset with your fellow brothers and sisters. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.
Jeff, there's people on golf carts. Get the fuck to the side. To the side. Jeff, to the side. To the side.
Carts.
What?
Okay, now.
Jeff! Jeff!
People on golf carts. There they are, look. Look. They're like, nah, 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 nah. See ya. Bye-bye. Brilliant. Oh, George is off now. Brilliant. So, yeah, I've popped the link in for that. That was We Are Change. A great video. Like I say, they went in there. They did their thing. I just want to see what more we've got from the drone footage. How long have I been on now? Gosh, I've been on quite long tonight. Longer than I thought. Time really does fly when you're live streaming. I'm just going to have a quick flick through and see if there's anything more we want to look at with the drones. The reason being as well is because I want to find the bit, because we're going to be moving away from the island, the next one, aren't we? We're going to be looking at looking more at the post-mortem. But some of this is inside these buildings. Now I believe this is where the it went down under. There's so many wires and so on involved. These weird doors, look, everything's just white as well, you know. It's so bizarre. How we all doing in the live chat? Giggling as they go. I know, Bridget. What else have we got? Rach, there is a cow like that at Milton Keynes. Rach is saying, shush Penny, fancy being stuck on that island with him during lockdown. I know. Can you imagine? Hope you're paying road tax for that wheelchair, Saskia. Madness, they do charge. So I'm just having a quick flick through. Like, look at these here. Like, hang on, we'll get onto the roof in a moment. Oh, it's making me go dizzy, that. Oh, blimey. Gone a bit dizzy there. That's the roof. So these drones were before We Are Change went to the island. So what do you guys think then about that temple? Do you think I might be onto something with that building, with that weird looking building in Syria? Because if that's the case, then that is linked to that bowl, and it's all linked in, literally. Really strange stuff. I'm just trying to find the bit where they throw the rocks. The workers start throwing. There's the sundial again, look. I wonder if that's still there now. It was there when they went on the island. You see... Oh, the seats. The seats have gone. The seats that were in the last video have gone. Now, what the hell? Guys, was there not a seat all the way around here, like the previous video from the previous day. Each one had a different colour. There was 13 seats. Anybody remember that? There was 13 seats. They've been removed. So why have they been removed? Is it because there was DNA on those seats? Who was sitting on those seats? What were they doing in the middle of this that they were sat watching? What DNA evidence was there? Yeah, some of the times are missing as well. I'm sure they were there before, but the seats are gone. Now, that is really, really weird because there's only a day between. I think there was a lot of rituals going on that sundial. And this is why this drone footage is so important. So where's the seats gone? Like, who? Why? There's definitely more to this. 1,000,000% I'll be uploading this drone stuff. Let's just see if there's anything else. There's not that many left now. I'm looking for this with the workers. Hang on, let's have a look and see what else is going on. So I've popped the link in for the We Are Change video. Hopefully the internet's a bit better today because I'm on the new router. So, yeah. And just pop the link in again to that video for you in case you missed it. If I can find it. Oh, it's gone off the bloody screen. Thank you again to Claire Bear for joining the... Right, this is the We Are Change. We might have to finish these next time. These drones. I think Litland needs me now. He's not very well. We'll see. I'm hoping to God he's put this on here where they're throwing stones at the drone. It's surreal. They spot him. And there's one of these, right, I've got a screenshot of it still. There's one of these where it looks like Epstein is on the golf cart. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere. It genuinely looks like him. It must be the next one when they throw rocks. Right. I think it must be a quick flick through. I'd rather get it done now and then we can move on. There's a worker. Look. This isn't the bit where they throw rocks though, but yeah, the workers are there. Now he's spotted it now. Again, this is after the FBI raid. But before Epstein is dead. He's not deceased at this point. Look at this. It goes under the ground, look. What the? Under there. That's so funny that the drones followed him. It's like through the keyhole. Oh, thanks, Saskia. Love, glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, we'll try and get through these drones and then we'll go and we'll. Tomorrow or Tuesday. I've been leaving 2 nights between them because one, I had something on, and also I thought if we do every 2 nights, it gives people to catch up. Because I'm noticing more views are going on after the next day because people were catching up and then they'll be like, right, okay, we caught up now. When's the next one? So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I have got to go out tomorrow night, but depending on what time I get back, we'll continue with the post-mortem. But if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it will be Tuesday. And then a Wednesday, David Icke, I think. Hi, DJ. You're right, Duddy. Oh, there's workers there, look, see, this is when he's arrested. do you know what? I genuinely believe that at this point they thought that that he was going to get off, because he was almost let off on remand, and apparently the survivors, the victims, said they wanted him to stay behind bars until trial. I think that the reason why these workers are here is that they thought that he was going to be back soon, because it's like they're getting everything ready now. The FBI have done their bit. Are they covering that up? What are they doing? Are they covering it up? What's that stain there? Look. Or is it water? What are they trying to do? Can you imagine though? And you... Hi, Jane. You all right, darling? There's that weird, you know that sculpture then, the other side of this little pool? I've been doing some research into that as well, and that's another weird one. It's a direct copy of one in Belgium, and it's a what do they call it? A colonizing era. It's of an I think it's either an Aborigine or like an African man shooting a spear, but it's to do with when the Europeans went and colonized. Really bizarre, really strange statue to have, but I'll cover that in future ones. But I've just been doing a bit of digging tonight into all the statues on the island, so they've uncovered that. So it looks to me like FBI have been and gone. They're getting everything ready for his return. Now, at this point, he was still alive, but many people think he is still alive. I've got a video coming up as well. I'll do a little video either tonight or tomorrow. There's a picture that's come out of him apparently alive in Israel. Did you see that then with the weird snails and the E? Right, we're nearly through. We'll just blitz through. We've got 2 left. Maybe this is the one when they throw rocks. If not, this channel haven't uploaded them all. I really hope they were all going to be on here. So this is the main house, I would say. But look at all these little huts. Look, they've boarded it up now. I've put something over it. Look, like a metal grill or something. That's where the FBI were. What a beautiful island. Yeah, all the palm trees were to make it more secluded. If only somebody had done this drone whilst all this was still going on, eh? Hi, Fro. Yeah, many people do believe he's alive. I don't. But I might be wrong. It's just my gut feeling. Because he wasn't as big as... He was just a middleman. He was given all this money. He was more of a front man. Someone mentioned that Lex Wesner of Victoria's Secrets. I believe that Victoria's Secret is that majority of those models were actually men. Trans men. Or trans women, sorry. Yeah, it's all... You can't see much now. Let's keep watching. There is a clip of some workers, I think it might be coming up, we'll see, in a golf cart. And they're throwing rocks at the drone, and it looks like Eggstein is in one of these golf carts. I don't know whether it's this clip. I'm praying that it's on here. Yeah, there they are, look. Got a screenshot of it somewhere. Maybe he is alive. Is that it? Is that the... Hang on. They're talking to each other, look. There! That's it. Is that him? Is that Eggstein? This is the bit I've been looking for, guys. Oh, I can't do it on here. Right. It's the only looks white. The rest of them are black. Is that a hat he's got on? Oh, you're welcome, Jenna, darling. Right, okay. Now, Terry Knowles has zoomed in. I'm just taking a screenshot. It's too hard to tell. I can't tell if that's a hat or is it grey hair. It's hard to tell. I think he died, but then I might be wrong, you know. Oh, he looks up then, guys. He looks up. He looks up. Too late. There we are. Zoom in, get a screenshot. Just getting my phone up. It does look, this is the bit what I was on about before. It does look like him. I think, if I remember rightly, this was supposed to be a day after he died or something like that, or a day before he died. I know it was taken after the FBI, did you see the man waving then? After the FBI had gone. Is that him? What do people reckon? Looks like him, doesn't it? I'm sure this was after he died, this one. There's no date on here, is there? There's only the date he uploaded it. Oh no, hang on. Says here the 30th of August. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, right, he's supposed to be dead now. There's 2 boats, look. So some people have recently come to the island. Is that just work? 3 boats. Do you think that could be him? Honestly, when I watched this at the time, I thought to myself, it's him. But then I've always felt that he's dead. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Like, what are they doing here as well? Are they building another jetty or something? Anyone got a drone they can fly over and see what it looks like now? It seems to me the FBI have been and gone and all the workers are back and it's business as usual. Who feels like that? Who gets the feeling that it's all happened, that he's pronounced dead? It's the 30th of August. He died on apparently I think it was the 10th of August. He died. I know, it makes no sense, does it? Lovely jubbly. Look at them all. They're following the golf. I've got it. I hope this is the one with the stones. It is. Did you see that then? Did you see that? It's like a little hole then in the side of the. Just look there. There. Look. Little hole in the side of the cliff. Yeah, but how old is Google Earth going to be though, Terry Knowles? Have a look and see if it's up to date, like. Yeah, there's a video incoming, guys. A couple of things I want to talk about on this before we go on. I'll do it in a video. That looks like 2 eyeballs. Look. Did you see that? Baphomet. Guys, look. What the? Guys, look. What's that? Anyone think that looks a bit weird? It looks like 2 eyeballs. Let me just do a screenshot of that. What the hell is that? And it's looking at the drone. Now look at the activity compared to before, during the FBI, a couple of days after the FBI. Now he's allegedly dead. Look at all the people. What is that? Oh, God. Oh my God. That was the second but last, guys. We're on to the last one now. Oh, this isn't that. This is something else. Is uploaded. I think we've watched them all, but let's check. Oh, no, we haven't. The ones with the red lines we've watched. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we've got loads we've not watched. Do you want me to do a drone show separately? Just to watch all the bits we've not seen? Or are people not fussed about watching the drones together? I love watching them, I do, but that's just me. Because I'm nosy and I've not watched them for years. Do you want me to do a drone show? A little side show? A little side thing? Because I'm going to have to go now. Let me know. Or I can just ignore it and carry on. Did look like a demon, didn't it? And I think that there was Epstein in that golf cart. Yeah, I like it might be boring to a lot of people, but I like it. It's like through the keyhole, isn't it? You know, it could be just an hour of nothing. Actually, they're only about 5 minutes each, but it could be nothing. But then that was weird. Right, what do people think? Who owns the island now? Some rich bloke bought it. I'll get it up quickly. Hold on. Do you know what? That eyeball thing, and then me talking about that bowl, and the temples and all the rituals and the sundials all fits in. That's creepy. Right, I'll find his name. It should have gone for more, apparently. Right, he bought it in 1998. It was weird because he bought it through a company called LSJ LLC, and it came out after that. Excuse me. He owned the company that he bought it through. More dodginess. Hold on. Right. Is anybody else keeping an eye? Another thing I just wanted to mention briefly, completely changing the subject. Is anybody else watching that woman in America who's disappeared? That 84-year-old lady who's the mother of an anchor, of a TV anchor. I think that's a huge distraction from these files to stop us looking at it. Because all they're talking about in America is that case. Right, okay, just quickly, the end of the show, because Bridget asked nicely. Right, he owned 2 islands, apparently. Right. At the time of his death in 2019, it was valued at almost 70 million. In 2023, billionaire asset manager Stephen Dekoff, interesting name, bought the pair of islands for 60 million. So he got it really, really, really cheap, promising to create a luxury resort. As of 2026, no construction on either island has been reported. A number of Epstein's accusers have said that their abuse occurred on Little St. James. Okay, there you go. Oh, sorry, yawning. Right. But yeah, just quickly, for those of you that missed the beginning, this is the building that I believe that the temple on Little St. James was based on. Oh, quickly, one more thing before we go. Just quickly, I just want to show you one more thing. There's more. Okay, look at this. This is really weird. Again, you've probably seen it, but if you haven't, now you know the way all the elites are all part of it. Look at this. This just shows they're all part of it. Oh no, it's not showing it. Hold on. I've always said they're all part of it, and this woman gives me the absolute creeps. Look at this. It's not letting me go any bigger, I don't think, is it? I don't want to log it. Look at this. This is Ellen DeGenerate's set. I call her Ellen Degenerate. She is the state of her now. Now her adrenochrome's run out, honestly. But her set was literally the temple from the island. Has anybody else ever noticed this? Like, what the hell? Anybody else notice this? Isn't it weird? What is going on here with my fucking laptop? Yeah, isn't it weird, guys? Yeah. Really weird. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that because there's another one. See if I can find it. Hang on. There you go. There you go. Look. In the background, the palm trees, everything. They are all part of the club and we are not part of it. And thank God we are not part of it. But there's so much more to this, guys. I have hardly even touched the surface. So, yeah, definitely 1,000,000% nowhere near done. I hope you've all enjoyed it tonight, and there'll be more. There'll be a drone night, which will just be watching the rest of the drone footage. Again, you might find it a bit boring. It'll be more of a watching nosy and chinwag. Then we'll be doing, it will be a 3.1. It won't be a 0.4. And then we'll be doing a deeper dive after the entire series on the curious bunny of the bowl and all that ritualistic stuff. And then part 4 will be the autopsy, the weirdness of the death. Newly in the files, they found an orange, somebody wearing orange going into his cell when the official record said that there was nobody in there. And then I came across a very interesting piece of paperwork tonight for the next show, not for the drone one, the next one. A piece of paperwork that says that Epstein died the day before he died. They'd even got the paperwork ready for his death. Yes, only another 2.5 million to go, and then they're going to drop some more. So more to come. An extra long one tonight. Thank you for being here. I know I can't swim. I do. I really, really do. I did my 5 meters once, but I really didn't like it. Okay, guys, I will see you all next time. Yeah, it might be tomorrow. Or it might be Tuesday. We could just do the drone bit tomorrow because I can do that quickly, can't I? So I might do drone tomorrow, full show Tuesday, Wednesday, David Icke, members on the Curious Bunny. Look out for my updates from outside, and I'll try and do a little sneaky video in there. You never know. So anyway, take care, guys. God bless. Night. Bye. Oh, hit the like, please. It helps. Thank you to our new member, Claire Bear, and to all of our members. Thank you very much. Ta-ta. God bless.